Over months, I've been talking about NCARB's competency standard, and then the AXP, the Architectural Experience Program that NCARB created, and proposed a new format that could focus more on the experiences you get, the actual things that you do, and how to measure those. Last time, I introduced the concept of training as a complement to that experience. And I mentioned that I've created a bunch of courses. The training that I provide is structured, it's formatted, and I speak to you just like I'm speaking to you right now. In fact, one of the students that took one of the courses recently commented that he said, "It seems like you're talking directly to me. Instead of like talking at someone, you talk to someone. You really engage them." And that's what I try to do in all the trainings that I produce. In each training, there's a specific subject. I get right to the point. Sometimes there are brief stories that help put something in context, but I focus on what you need to know. And it's not just a talking head. I provide some graphs sometimes. I provide lists and give you the summary of what's most important for that specific topic. And it all relates to architecture and you actually leading architectural project teams, leading clients, leading consultants, doing the tasks that are necessary to be a competent architect. Once you know more about those tasks, when you actually do them in the office, that's what engages more valuable experience. And each training is ultimately geared toward focusing on action, what you can actually do with that information. I would encourage you to check those out. All the courses are architectsaccelerator.com/courses. Now, I just dropped a new mini course. It's only about 8 minutes long, but it focuses on delegation, how to delegate effectively to create successful teams. And it's empowering delegation. That's what I call it, empowering delegation. And it directly relates to the competency standards in number 12 and 13. Competency 12 is implement a work plan according to a project scope, but within that is organize tasks and resources to deliver a project according to contractual requirements. You have to delegate work in order to do that. You assess the resources and the tasks and you delegate those. And also in Competency 13, there's facilitate communication and collaboration between consultants, clients, relevant stakeholders throughout a project. This is part of delegating tasks too. You delegate those responsibilities. And you identify qualified consultants and team members for a project based on project requirements. So team members, those are the people in your team. You create a team and you empower them through effective delegation. I created this short mini course. Take a look at that. The link to that is architectsaccelerator.com/delegation. Real simple. And I'll put a link to it in the comments. I'd really like you to check this new course out. It's fast, it's effective, and it's focused. That's the training that I produce, and I want to encourage you to check out all of them.